is 12 and welcome to Game On, the show that gives you a unique look at people that have just given up on their lives. Now please excuse this, I just shaved with a terrible shaver, one of those really cheap ones, and I hope you understand. Anyway, we've got a monster of a show tonight. We're doing only one review, but it's the review that counts, and that is of GTA 5. We're also going to be tackling Super Mario 3 again, but most importantly, we're counting down the best games of this generation. That's right, and we've also got skills and strategies and a game recommendation, so a lot to fit in. Hold everything, I think. Anyway, I want to make sure I get everything in this episode, so let's get into it. So we've come to the end of this console generation. That is the console generation of the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. And I really want to look back and look at what we've been through as we start this new one. And so to do that, I've decided to look at the most influential, the games we're going to remember, the best of this generation. We've got a number of categories lined up. The judges include myself, Jesus, and Ellen DeGeneres. And yeah, I think we're going to kick it off with a couple of, kind of presentation awards. So here we go. Let's look at the best games of this generation. Alright, first award is Best Story. The game with the best story of this generation. And the winner is Red Dead Redemption. Yes, it's the best game in the West, and it's an utterly moving tale of John Marsden that marks, in my mind, the best Western in any medium. Honourable mentions are the Uncharted series, Mass Effect series, The Last of Us, and The Walking Dead. Next up, the game with the best direction is Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. Extremely well written, never misses a beat, it's the most charming game out there. Also, honourable mentions are Tomb Raider, DMC Devil May Cry, Infamous 2, and Deus Ex Human Revolution. Taking in aesthetics and art direction, we look at the game with the best graphics of this generation, and the winner is The Last of Us. This was a hard one to call, but Naughty Dog put such an extreme amount of detail and life into this game, it's unbelievably immersive. Honourable mentions, Crysis 2 and 3, Far Cry 3, Max Payne 3, and Bioshock Infinite. And the last award for this round is a pretty big one, and that is the game with the best soundtrack of this generation, and the winner is Deus Ex Human Revolution. This is a soundtrack that I just couldn't stop listening to, and just a beautiful mix of techno synths and emotive chords, a powerful soundtrack. Honourable mentions, Journey, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, Hotline Miami, and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now that's it for just this round of awards. We've got more to come in throughout the show, but stay tuned, as right now, here's a game review. Since the beginning of video games, or maybe console gaming, I'll say, there's been one franchise, one title that has stood out above the rest. Every time it's come out with a new entry in the series, it's absolutely redefined the genre. It's completely smacked every other game in the face and said, this is how you do a game. It's unbelievable. It's my favourite franchise, and thank God they've brought out another one. It's probably the most anticipated game of the year. And I am, of course, talking about the Grand Theft Auto series, and it's Grand Theft Auto 5 that we're reviewing this time. And I feel like I'm holding in my hand solid gold. Solid gold. It's going to be that good. Let's check it out. Hot dog! Diggity, it's here! I'm actually holding this thing in my hands. After weeks and months, I can finally play this thing made by the geniuses at Rockstar. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I've been the biggest supporter of this series, like GTA 4 has been my favourite game on these systems since it came out, and from all the trailers and buzz we've heard, this looks set to blow it out of the water. Those who don't know about GTA 5, first of all, you're criminals, but it's an open world title set in a fictional LA/California state. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a masterpiece, so let's check it out. The Grand Theft Auto series has a penchant for referencing famous movies, and GTA 5 is no exception. It's all like a nice fruity mix of films like Heat, Bad Boys, Drive, and No Country for Old Men, mixed with TV shows like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, and The Wire. I mean, it's so chock full of things to do, see, and experience that it's actually quite unbelievable how they've managed to fit this on current-gen consoles. The story follows 3 protagonists that you can interchangeably play with. There's Michael, a retired criminal living in boredom with his rich lifestyle and family, Franklin, a young gangster looking for an opportunity to rise and become something, and a psychotic redneck called Trevor, who acts as kind of a gateway to the insane and over the top, whilst the other 2 ground it. The writing is right up there with Red Dead Redemption. The characters relate and bounce off each other brilliantly, with tons of dialogue and conversations to hear throughout. The world of Los Santos is huge and one of the best comparisons to LA I've ever seen in a video game. So much life, colour and detail purely for you to explore. There's also the staple GTA black satirical humour littered throughout that commentates on America's modern culture, and everything looks and feels great with very little bugs or glitches throughout. Oh, and how about that opening scene? I mean,
Trevor, all I need you to do is fly
pants.
me to the target. Franklin, you're gonna cover me from across the street. We're gonna make these assholes happy, and we're gonna walk away from this thing clean.
Consider that GTA 5 boasts one of the largest open worlds in any game and allows you the freedom to do anything, then surely the graphics had to suffer. Wrong! GTA 5 looks absolutely stunning. Whether it's in terms of scope, realism, or any other minute detail, it's consistently impressing you with its images. Everything looks and feels and operates realistically, from cars to people, and the world of Los Santos never seems like it's, being generated or moving mechanically. Some people may say that there are some frame rate drops or delayed rendering, but I haven't noticed anything yet. Everything from clothes, cars, weapons, and haircuts are customizable, and explosions, gunfire, and environmental destruction is handled beautifully. I actually can't find any flaws at all. It's perfect. Sound is terrific as usual, with great voice performances from every character, a soundtrack with good, okay, and great tracks that you'll get used to, and multiple unique sounds for cars, weapons, and characters. If anything, this is the most vile and confronting GTA I've ever seen, with so many explicit scenes of sex, gore, and drug use. Just make sure your kids aren't anywhere near the TV when you play this. It's obvious that I could be here all day just trying to tell you what I like most about this game, but I'll try and condense it anyway. The emphasis on missions here is to do with heists, which you plan, prepare, and select crew for before carrying out. Anything can happen, and each one of these ones are freaking awesome. Apart from these, Michael, Trevor, and Franklin have their own personal missions that they can do, Trevor's obviously being the most craziest and over-the-top missions. On top of that, there's heaps of side quests that can pop up out of nowhere to which you can choose to carry out or not. Then you can purchase a business or property to which more missions may occur. I mean, there's so much to do. I haven't even started talking about what you can do whilst you're free roaming. Golfing, tennis, hunting, bike riding, hanging out with friends, bounty hunting, drug muling, walking the dog, parachuting, hiking. Holy hell, it just doesn't stop. And the more you progress, the more it unlocks. And trust me when I say that the mechanics in all these activities is so genuine, especially golf, swimming, and tennis and bike riding. Switching to each character is quick and easy, and some activities and missions are only particular to one or two characters. They each have their special ability, like slow motion driving or shooting and rampage modes, and each skill can be upgraded the more you do it. Half the time you'll be just exploring and looking for the many collectibles and challenges. Let me tell you, I've never been absorbed by a video game so much. I mean, it took days away from me in an instant. Be careful. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a masterpiece. It is... Every game that Rockstar have made has been leading up to this one game. You can see all little different bits and pieces in this one, but it's absolutely unbelievable. The writing, the graphics, and it's just so freaking big. I'm going to have to give this game a 10 at a 10.01. Oh, I never thought I'd go that high. I never thought a game would get that out of me, but yeah, I think it's the highest score I'll ever give out. It's just such a masterpiece, this thing. But yeah, the only reason I took 1 point off is because it speeds up time before missions. It's a little thing that I don't like. I like to, stay in the moment. But other than that, I can't believe it's actually been made and how well it operates. Be aware that it's not for kids, and this is going to eat up a lot of your time. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm speechless. Actually, I'm going to go play it right now. So.
Jesus, your therapist has a lot to answer for.
Alright, we're back. We're doing Super Mario 3. This time, we've got me, Ozzy, Ray, Stray, Dunlow,
William Dunlow,
and Jackaroo 22. Yeah, basically we've been getting into the mood all day, pumping ourselves up. We've made a lot more incentives this time around. We're definitely going to pass Super Mario 3. We've got everyone in together. We've changed the location. There's a bit of drama in before, but we're all in the same boat right now. We've got a lot of drinking materials, incentives. We've got certain rules which I'll go through in a sec. But we're going to get through it all. It's going to be a big night.
get the f*** out! And I will do a couple.
Just discussing the rules here, having a lot of trouble getting what we need to, what exactly we're going to drink. We're not drinking anything intoxicating, are we?
You're doing the intro now.
Alright, Mario 3 rules. First and foremost, rule number 1, there are no rules. Rule number 2, shot at the end of each and every world. Rule number 3, shot and funnel for clinkering. 4,
Yeah.
shot and funnel interchangeable per preference. Rule 5, if you line up all icons in the scatter game, person who did that allocates a shot to a person of their choice. Ridicule. Rule 7, last person to growl or snarl when a bear suit is obtained must do an quote. They're the rules.
Begin! I am excited. Oh shit!
Oh! Get that mushroom! Get that mushroom! God damn it!
Ozzy Mandis cannot play SNES games.
Yes, he can.
No, you can't.
I'll get there. Hey, I chose the
Any
wrong
other
level. I
console.
chose the wrong level.
There's
and
no
I'm back
such
in.
thing as the wrong level, only the wrong player. That's rule number 1.
Alright, I have to do the first drink of the game. Let it be known that these drinks are not alcoholic. They're not intoxicating in any way. We're just purely doing it as an exercise.
Oh!
Yeah!
I think he's done it.
Ah! Record
Catch it on
time!
the bounce! Catch it! No bounce!
On the bounce. No, not on the bounce.
Oh,
What? That's good?
You did good. Ratty.
you really choked, you know that?
You're having a shot.
End of level 1.
Let's go.
Celebrations.
To World 1.
To World 1!
Follow it down.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Me, you,
I might maybe do what we did before me. Now let's look at some genre awards for games, and I felt the best survival horror game of this generation was Dead Space 2. Dead Space is scary, dark, gory, sci-fi elements. It mixes it all unbelievably well for one hell of a survival horror experience. Our honourable mentions: The Last of Us, Alan Wake, and Resident Evil 5. Best stealth action game of this generation is Splinter Cell Blacklist. Be covered, many different approaches and ways to play. It is everything a stealth lover would want. Honourable mentions: Metal Gear Solid 4, Hitman Absolution, and Dishonored. Best fighting game of this generation: Tekken Tag Tournament 2. 3D fighting at its best. So many fighting options and a great online multiplayer. It's easily the best fighter in my opinion. Honourable mentions: Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, BlazBlue Continuum Shift. Best character of this generation. When you think about all the ones that have been created, it's not easy, but I think there's one that easily stands out in my mind. And that's John Marston. This outlaw is utterly cool, vicious, and steals every scene he is in. Unforgettable. Honourable mentions Nathan Drake, Morton Solis, Wheatley, and Lara Croft. Okay, that's one more round down. We've still got a bunch of other awards to give out, including some more genre awards, so stay tuned right now. Let's get into Super Mario 3.
Bring it on. Bravo. Oh, he's got to do a spring step. Oh, yeah, okay.
Just keep going.
Not too bad.
Do you like the page steps better? I'll turn. To what?
The other side of the country.
Cricket's
Aussie. Aussie?
You just learn the lingo, man. You...
Aussie!
Oh, no, don't fucking touch me. I'm not going to play without the mask on, so make up your minds.
Joe.
Alright, let's have a look at all the action.
I poured into there. I'm well informed. And we're at the ghost ship. And what happened was it was Stray's turn, and he fought Admiral. He fought really well to the last minute, and then
fought Admiral, I thought. Personally, I thought he fought pretty Admiral.
Yeah, I thought he felt.
Hey, it's my predicament, Jai. It's my issue.
Well, like, I'm...
Oh, well done!
I feel your pain. That was why... Just shut the fuck up!
To World 5!
World 5.
Come on,
World
yeah.
5. That just spilled...
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Go! Having trouble, can't find Ray anywhere. I'm going to check in his room.
We're on World 4. That's a shot.
He's still got a shot here.
Back right there.
World 5, World 6.
World 5, World 6. You know what, we've reached level 5, we're on to level 6, we're doing extremely well. You haven't tasted something thus good since ages. Anyway, we've got Stray taking a dump. We're doing well! Yeah!
Now, what teams do you want to go with? Me, you,
I might make it. And we're back. This time we're looking at best first-person shooter of this console generation. What do you think it's going to be? It is, of course, Far Cry 3. It's huge, it's realistic, and it's got a fantastic online multiplayer. Just try and disagree with me. Honourable mentions Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Halo 4, Bioshock, and Crysis 2. Best adventure game of this console generation? Have a guess. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. It's thrilling, well written, and gets better with age. This treasure hunting action game is easily one of the most memorable games of this generation. Honourable mentions Tomb Raider, Gears of War 3, Batman Arkham City, and God of War 3. Now, best racing game of this console generation. It was a hard one, but there's no doubting that the winner is Forza Horizon. Set in the background of a huge sun-shining festival, this has to be one of the best open-world racing games I've ever played. Brilliant soundtrack, racing bliss from the get-go. Honourable mentions Gran Turismo 5, Forza 4, MotorStorm Apocalypse, and Need for Speed Most Wanted. Best RPG game of this generation? I had to include it in a whole franchise because it's really hard to separate each game from itself, and that is the Mass Effect series. Mass Effect 2, if anything. Every choice, action has consequences, and the world is absolutely stunning. This is easily the best RPG of this generation. There is no other RPG that is more involving or more rewarding. Closely followed by Fallout 3, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and Dark Souls. Alright, at the end of the round again, and this one is best open world game, or best sandbox game, depending on what you think of it. And I think the winner's pretty easy. That's Grand Theft Auto 5. Look at it! I mean, just look at it! Case closed, nothing can beat it. Honourable mentions, Grand Theft Auto 4, Infamous 2, Red Dead Redemption, and Assassin's Creed 3. Leg, you demand anything more, my
String Avenue.
I gotta tell you, I thought we'd be there earlier in the night. It's already 12:30. We're doing okay though. My voice is, it's not holding up that great.
Well, you've been sucking most of the night, so. Can we make it? Can we make it?
Yeah, we can make it.
What do we need?
What we need is a fantastic cleanser.
And I think that if we just keep on track and we just stay together, we're gonna be alright.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
Wow,
sorry.
we've got a lush here. Let's be very careful.
I'm being very careful. I'm hitting him at
No more.
He's got one. He's got two. You cannot pass this game unless you've got all the lives,
Exactly. The last level in World 8, you need lives and icons.
To World 6! We came late.
No, Dunlow came late.
Dunlow came late. Into a dude's ass. Alright, let's
Mario 2 is one of the fucking trippiest best games ever fucking made. Why the fuck we don't play it more? I don't fucking know.
I did not do anything wrong, my dear pardon.
Madness.
I merely.
Are you filming, Jake? Are you
Can you
filming?
just film the screen?
Film this.
I'm sorry.
And the machine. And the
Right
machine.
there, and that machine right there.
Which is still doesn't unlock.
We were on a world. We were on a world. I think I may have damaged the Super NES because I crammed in the cartridge a little too hard.
You guys.
How did it come to this? What did we become?
Nothing's wrong. I'm upset that the Super NES broke.
Wait, what happened? Because I haven't updated.
I'll tell you what happened.
But the thing is that I didn't even...
Ozzy.
You don't remember? That's because you're drunk.
We have now, so the...
No, fair enough. You were on Team Luigi, I was on Team Mario with Dunlow
Jake,
and Stray, and we were
Madness-
doing very well.
Ozzy,
We had 15 lives.
Tell me, what did you actually do on Team Mario? How many levels did you pass? Something's gonna get broken.
You ruined it.
Can I be
We were doing so well. We were on World 6. We had a lot of icons. The live status was good. We could have been better, but we could have been a lot worse.
Can I be forgiven?
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Well, we've come to the end of the show, and it's time to get out the most important award, the most coveted and cherished award, that is the best game of this generation. And the winner is GTA 5. It is so well done, so freaking huge, and such a legendary gaming experience. There's really no other game. This is going to be the game that everyone's going to remember this generation for. Got it in there last, but it's good. Honourable mention, Uncharted 2, Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4, Mass Effect 2, and The Last of Us. Remember, if you'd like to send us an email, I know it's the end of the show, end of the season, but we may come back again, depending on what I want to do. But yeah, send us an email here if you're interested, or check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Until next time,